Okay, now I'm recording. Okay, again, 7-3, you gotta understand this one. If you understand day 1, day 2 is so easy, so is day, 7, 4, 7, 5, 7, 6. Okay, so here's what's happening. You have been working with exponential equations. Exponential, 5 to the x, 4 to the x. You've been graphing them, you've been doing exponential growth, exponential decay. Well, now we're slamming on the brakes, and we're going to turn this direction, and we're going after this. We're going to go after what we call logarithms. Okay, these are called logarithmic functions, and inverses, I guess. But this is what we're doing. We need to know what this is before you walk out the door today. So what's a logarithm? A logarithm, base what? Base what?
B.
B. Gotta know it's base B. Of a positive number x. So when you take a log of a number, it's got to be a positive number. Satisfies the following conditions. Now, look at this right here. This is what a log problem is going to look like. It's going to say log of a number x, base b. I'm going to rewrite it over here. Log of a number x, base b equals, and they use the letter y. Okay. Now, if your eyes are up here right now, you will learn this. Get your eyes up. Okay, here's what it is. You have to look at every log problem and go like this. This number down here, b, is the base. What you do with the base is you raise it to the y power. So the answer to a log problem is an exponent. So when you see a number over here, it's just the exponent of the base. B to the y must equal what? X. So this is the definition of what a logarithm is. When you see log of any number, you take the base, you raise it to the answer, the exponent, and you get this number, x. So I probably confused you. Let me do that again. Ready? I'm going to do it with a number though. Log of 8 base 2. Does anybody out there know the answer? 64. Let's see if he's right. Ready? I'll put a 64 here. Now, remember what this says? Log of x base b. What it says is take your base, raise it to this power, and get that answer. So here's what you say. You're saying, Eric. 2 to the what? 2 to the 64th power equals what?
3.
8. Is that right? No. What did you say, Harry?
Yes.
Harry says
3.
3. Okay, let's check 3 out. Okay, I put a 3 in. Let's check it out. 3 goes here. 2 to the what? 2 to the 3rd. Does it equal what? 8. Yes, that's the answer. The answer was 3. So what is happening here is this. This is called a log equation. This is called a exponential equation. So here's a log equation. Here's an exponential equation. They are exactly the same thing. They're exactly the same. By definition, if you look up here, guys, what's a logarithm? A logarithm equation only works, it says, if and only if b to the y equals x. And that's what I did here. This is really this, so they are the same. This is a true logarithm problem. It's not false, it's true. So let me do one more, see if you can get it. What if I gave you log of 625 base 5? Does anybody know the answer? What is it, Molly?
4.
She says the answer is 4. Okay. Your answer is always a what? It's always an exponent. So it's 5 to the what?
4.
5 to the 4th. Is that 625? Okay, you know what? I was watching your eyes, and your eyes did not do what period 5 did. Period 5, I said, what's the answer? And their eyes went just like this. They looked to the right. What were they looking at?
I looked over there.
Did you guys look over there?
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at it like 4 of you, and you guys were all like, you were just thinking it out, like, okay, what's the answer? You guys, you can use your cheat sheet. 625 is right there, and you have to think of it as 5 to the 4th power is 625. You know, you could have looked here. Some of you were kind of like thinking about it. You don't have to. Use your cheat sheet, okay? Anyways, would you do me a favor now? Look at this column, look at that column, and draw lines back and forth. This column A is really just a log equation column. This column B is an exponential equation column. And all you got to do is draw lines back and forth. So let's do this one together. How do you read that out loud? Log, say it. Yeah, say base first. Log, base 2 of 16, that's how you say it, is 4. What does that go to? Where does that go? Which exponential equation matches up with the last one? Right there. 2 to the 4th is equal to 16. That's exactly right. What about the second one? Where does that go?
3 squared equals 9.
Yeah, 3 squared equals 9. Log base 10 of 1,000. First one, yep. I know this is kind of messy, but I hope you get it. And then this one has b to the y must equal x, so it's got to be the second one. Okay? Good? I'm just trying to get you to match up logarithm equations with exponential equations, okay? Okay, these last 2 sections, it's just you converting back and forth. So what you have right here, you have an exponential equation, and I would like you to convert all of these exponential equations over to what? Logarithmic form. So it says write each equation, they're all exponential equations, convert them into logarithmic. So you know you're going to have to write the word log. So you might want to start like that. And this isn't hard, guys. Just do it in order, though. To me, what I would do is I'd pick out the base and put the base below the letter G. So what's the base? 6, yeah. 6 to the second power. 6 is the base. You know the answer over here is an exponent. 6 what? 6 squared should equal this number. What's it going to be? 36. So the answer, when you convert from exponential to log, is right here. This is exactly that up there. It's the same thing. Okay. The way I would read this out loud is I'd say log base 6 of 36 equals 2. Okay. Can you do the next one? And the next one. Okay. Aaron, do you have the next one done?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
Log
Okay.
base 3
Okay.
81 equals 4.
Okay, I like the way you read that. That was perfect. He said log base 3 of 81. The answer's 4. Is he right? Yeah. I mean, if you just look at it, it's going to be 3 to the 4th power must be 81. That's exactly what it says here. Okay? John, do you have that one done? No? You want to say it, or do you think you can say it?
Log base 1/5.
Okay.
125.
Say log base 1/5 of 125
125
equals
equals -3.
equals -3. Okay. Yes? Do you agree or not?
Do you have to get
Okay.
rid of the negative exponent?
No. This is not okay. This is not you working out the problem. This is you just rewriting it. Now, you know how you check this, guys? How do you check to see if John's right? I would just do this. Take 1/5. What am I supposed to raise it to?
-30.
Okay. Now, let's see if you really do get 125. Do you guys remember bad exponents need to be turned into good exponents?
Flip it around.
flip the base. This gets flipped, becomes 5. This becomes 3. Is this truly that? Yeah, John did it. John did it right. Now, Eric, you're trying to actually work it out. I don't want you to work it out. I just want you to convert it. Okay? All right, this bottom section is the opposite. You're given log equations. Convert them to what? Exponential. Okay? But there's something I haven't read to you, and it's right here. Look. See that word? Those two words? Common log. What's a common log? A common log is a logarithm with base what? 10. If you ever have base 10, you are talking about the most common log out there. Base 10 is really easy. Okay, you can write common logarithms simply like this. You can just put the base 10 there if you want. But guess what? You don't have to. It says, or you can do it without writing the number 10. So if you don't write the number 10, what am I assuming you're in? Base what? 10. Yeah. If you don't write the base, I know you're in base 10. That's the only base you don't have to write. They call that the common log. Okay. Write each equation in exponential form. This is a log equation. In exponential form, Elizabeth, do you have it?
10 squared equals 100.
She says 10 squared equals 100. Is she right? Yeah, it's base 10. It's common. So 10 to the second must equal what? 100. I'm done. And you can see that that's true. Next, Will, what'd you do for the next one?
216 equals 3 to the 6.
Okay, 3 to the 6. Okay. All right. Take your calculator. Take 3, raise it to the 6th power. Is it 216?
No.
No. It's what? What is it?
6 to the
6 what?
6 to the 3rd.
Yeah, you were supposed to say 6 to the 3rd equals 216. Okay. And Will, the way I would have done it is I'd take that as the base, 6 to the 3rd must be 216. I'd actually just make a little circle with my pencil when I do it. Okay. Last one, Maddie, what is it?
1/2 to the negative 2. I mean 1/3.
1/3 to the what?
Negative 2.
Equals?
9.
Bingo, you got it. That's it. So part of your assignment is just going back and forth. Logarithm to exponential, exponential, back to logarithm. That's it. The other half of the assignment is right here. You have to evaluate each log. Okay, now when I say the word evaluate, you know what I want? I want the answer. I want to know what is the log, base 5, of 125. I want to know. And when I say I want to know, guess what I want to know?
What the exponent?
Exactly. Tell me the exponent that makes this true. Now, this one is the easiest one up here. Some of you know the answer right now, but I'm still going to work it out. Here I go. If I were to work this one out, I'd go like this. 5, the base, raise it to what exponent equals what? 125. I mean, that's the way I would write it or think it, you know? And now I'm supposed to be thinking, what's the answer? Well, you guys know. What is it? 3. But I would go like this. I'd say, what's 5 to the first? 5. Not it. I'd say, what's 5 to the second? 25. Not it. What's 5 to the third? 125. Oh, I got it. The answer's what? 3. So when you say, what's the answer, you're supposed to say, over here, what? 3 is the answer. Now that's an easy one because you guys all knew 5 cubed was 125. I think it was easy. Here's where they get tougher now, okay? And I would suggest you really look at this because I'm going to try to show you something that will help you. You do not get to use your calculator on the test, on these kind of problems. So if you're using your calculator right now, you're cheating, okay? Here we go. This problem says, what's log base 64 of 8? Well, that just means 64 to what power equals what? 8. Well, you know, if I'm you, I'm going to do it one by one. I'll just start with, I'll start with 0. Is the answer 0? 64 to the 0?
No.
1. No. How about 64 to the first? What's 64 to the first? I want 8. Well, guess what, guys? The answer is not 0. It's not 1. It's where? It's in between here and here. It's, you know what it is? No, I don't want the answer. It's a fraction. So now, when you know it's between two whole numbers, you should think what? It's a fraction. Oh, okay, if it's a fraction, then you should do this. Put a fraction bar on the bottom, figure out the root that you know. Then figure out the power that you have to raise the answer to. So let's do it. What root do you know of 64? What root do you know? Square root, cube root, fourth root, fifth root, fourth. The what root? Fourth. You do not know the fourth root of 64. What? Square. And by the way, I always start at square root, then I go cube, then I go fourth. I wouldn't start up here and go down. I do know the square root, so I put a 2 there. Okay, that's what I would do. What is the square root of 64?
8.
Ooh, it's 8. I got the answer right away. So when you get 8, then you have to come up with a power of 8 to get to 8. What's the power?
1.
Yeah, 8 to the first. The square root of 64 is 8. Take 8, raise it to the first, you get 8. Oh, the answer is
1/2.
1/2. Okay, got it. And by the way, that was not meant to be hard. That was still meant to be pretty easy. Now they're going to get hard on you, okay? Careful. This one says 4 to the what equals what? 32. Well, you've got to figure out about where your answer is, okay? So 4 to the first is 4. 4 squared is what?
16.
Almost there. 4 cubed is what? 64. You went past it. Your answer is between what? 2 and 3. You're dealing with a fraction again, okay? So let's figure out the fraction. On the bottom, put the root. On the top, put the what? Power. What root do you know of 4? Second root. You know the square root. Okay, put a 2 here. What's the answer when you take the square root of 4?
16.
How much?
16.
16? No. Guys, when you take the square root of 4, you get 2. Now you got to get 2 to become 32. You got to raise it to a power. 2 to what power? Yes, it's the 5th. Okay, there you go, guys. You found the fraction. The answer is what? 5/2. Okay, does that make sense? Is 5 over 2 between 2 and 3?
Yeah.
What is that number?
It's 2.5.
It's 2.5. It's right between them. Yes. Okay. All right. Are you catching on? I would love to see you get this, but I honestly, if I told you how many students got this right, it would depress. It wouldn't depress you. It depresses me. Nobody. Nobody got this right. All day. I'll give you 1 minute.
Challenging
Go.
subject.
I just wrote that down 3 times. Do you understand your number 1/32 is in between 1 and 1/64? So your answer will be between what? It's not 0. And it's not -1. It's in between 0 and -1. Right? It's a fraction in between 0 and -1. Obviously, it's a negative fraction. Who's got it? I'm looking. Just point. Oh, look. So if you take 64 to the -1 half, you get the answer. Do it. No, you gotta try. Okay. Nobody had anything to look at, so I guess the record stays 0 for whatever.
8. You got this.
8? What
Wait,
did you say? Wait?
wait.
I can't. Sorry. Okay, you guys ready? It's a fraction. Give me the root. Give me the power. I need to know, is there a root you know? Do you know a root of 64?
8.
The 8th root?
Or not 8.
No, you don't know the 8th root.
Square.
Square root. Okay, try square root. Ready? What's the square root of 64?
8.
8. Now you got to take 8, raise it to a power, and make it 32 somehow. What's 8 to the first? 8. What's 8 to the second? You went too big. You're over 32. It's not working. That's not right. You guys, this didn't work. Let's keep going. What other roots do you know?
The cube root.
Cube root. You know the cube root of 64. What is it? 4. Take 4. Raise it to a power. See if you can get 32. 4 to the first? No. 4 squared? No. 4 to the third?
Too large.
No, it didn't work. Okay, guess what? That's not the answer either. Do you know the 4th root of 64? No. Do you know the 5th root? No. Do you know the 6th root? Oh, good job. Okay. Look at this, guys. I'm going to show you this. If you are asking yourself, what's the 6th root of 64, you don't probably know it because it's not even over there. You should do this in your calculator. What's the 6th root of 64? If you did it, you'd get what? 2. Yes, you do know the 6th root. Oh, okay. Well, good. I know the 6th root. Well, let's put it where? Right here. 6th root. We know it's 2, by the way. 2 to what power is 32?
5.
2 to the 5th. Got it. Something's wrong. The answer is between 0 and -1.
It's not negative.
It's a negative. Yeah, it's negative. There's the answer, guys. -5/6 is the answer. That is super tough. That's a super tough problem.
Good God.
Okay. Okay, last one. Do it. See if you can do it. Okay, I wrote those down. I already know the answers between. I want 64, don't I? 16 to what power is 64? Between 1 and 2. Yeah. Guess what? It's a fraction between 1 and 2. Okay, here we go. If it's a fraction, what root do you know of 16? Square root. What's the square root of 16? 4. Can you make 4 64 by taking it to some power? You said what? Cube it. So if I take the square root of 16, I get 4. And if I take 4 to the third, I get 64. It's right. That's the answer. Good? How are we looking, guys? 2 minutes? Is that what we have? We're not going to make it again? Okay. This is an earthquake problem. You tell you what, I'm going to do you a favor. Big favor. The favor is, I'm going to do this problem after school, and I'll put it online. You got to watch it. I think there's 2 problems on your homework, like this. Please watch it. It is not that hard of a problem. I'll even label it I'll say 7.3, earthquake problem, just so you guys can see it tonight. Honestly, it will take me 3 minutes if you just give up 3 minutes of your night. Is that too much?
Yes.
3 minutes too much, okay. Well, if you run into the earthquake problem, remember, it's on YouTube.
Well, I don't see how it's going last. When was the last earthquake?
We have earthquakes almost every day.
I mean, one that you can really.
Well, but you didn't say that.
Well, I said now.
And they're on us.
Or then we
They're for oil.
I mean, big ones. Big. I mean, one like Samsung.
I'm pretty sure the last time we had one was 70.
Yeah, I think it's literally.
We're in the middle of a.
Good day, good 7 hour, 6 pepperoni.